The media's dunking on Rachel Zegler? That's our job.
Weird, weird.
I am Mecca. And they're admitting it. Oh, this is the juiciest of all of the articles. This one that just came out. I think this came out today. We have to talk about the unmistakable fiasco, the irreplaceable damage that the Snow White remake has done to not only Rachel Zegler as a Disney princess, but and an actress in general, but the whole Disney remake brand. So much to the point where they're actually admitting one's a failure. How often do they do that? Variety is admitting it's a failure. So not only that, they're trying to blame her for not listening. They threw their hands up when she would not listen to her social media guru who just told her to delete posts. We're gonna get into this article. They're gonna tell you exactly why Disney is upset with Rachel Zegler, and it is not what you think. No, it is not because she trashed the original Snow White. It is not because she said that it shouldn't be a prince coming to save her. No, because remember, they were on board with every little single woke talking point that has become this remake and this fascination. This is just a fascination at this point. Weekend box office, 43 million. This is the domestic total. Now, I'm hearing that because it had the $200 and some million budget, that you want to triple that. So it needs about $1 billion to break even. Because of what? Marketing. The marketing of this movie. This has been everywhere. They're on Allegra commercials, for crying out loud. I know.
Weird, weird.
It is kind of weird, isn't it? That they're like, it's a perfect marketing thing. Pair this with Big Pharma, the other thing that's absolutely destroying the planet. So, at least the country. Disney, you have too many companies. Wow, you have too many companies. There's a whole diagram of everything Disney owns, from ESPN to Star Wars to Marvel to everything. Do you really need to bring back something people already liked to begin with? Forbes, yes, Snow White is bombing at the box office. Snow White did not impress the critics with its 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, it got down to 44%, didn't it? But even with a higher 74% audience score, the movie is in fact currently bombing at the box office, at least according to these initial figures. Snow White brought in $87 million in its opening weekend globally, with just $43 million domestically. This may not mean much out of context, but compared to the other slew of recent live-action Disney adaptations, that's definitely a bomb territory for now, at least. Here is the list, along with the same opening weekend time period domestically. The Lion King remake, 191. Beauty and the Beast, 174. Oh, we'll get back to this. I gotta talk a little bit about this Beauty and the Beast remake and compare it to Disney, and I'll tell you exactly what I think about this. Alice in Wonderland, 116. The Jungle Book, 103, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so this is down way. This did worse than the Snow White and the Huntsman movie. Wow. It did almost as bad as the Mufasa Lion King one. But this, she's not singing about her brother. She is doing a full-on Disney voice, though. Is that the one where he's going on about his brother? I saw that meme. I got copyright claimed for that. So am I going to get claimed for singing it? Probably. This movie being a... What's the new total? I just have an article pulled up. This is pretty much the copy and paste of the last article, telling you what it got, what it performs as. The Variety one's the really important one. We'll get back to that in a second. Rachel Zegler responds, seriously, celebrates, this is the one where she celebrates Snow White being the #1 movie in the world despite a sleepy box office debut. People are upset about this. She's like, yay, we're still #1 at the box office despite destroying the entire franchise and being the worst thing ever to happen to Disney ever in all of humanity. The worst thing ever. Oh, let me get back to the Beauty and the Beast thing. Beauty and the Beast. People, remember the backlash everybody got over the Beauty and the Beast? How Emma Watson had to be completely auto-tuned. This is why they hired Rachel Zegler, because she sang in West Side Story. She can do the Disney voice, the over-enunciation, the high notes. She can hit all of those. And we already talked about her Instagram post that people were mad at. It's #1, but it's still bombing. Variety Variety says, because, why? When you did West Side Story, Rachel Zegler, I'm talking to her personally now, despite the fact that she was hired for specifically being able to sing, according to this Variety article, they don't say that, I'm ad-libbing that. She's filming Snow White in London. West Side Story is nominated for Best Picture in the United States. She's like, I should be there. I need to be there. Never mind, she's still filming over in London Snow White, or had just wrapped up. So she's like, I demand to be at the Oscars for West Side Story because my film West Side Story was nominated. They're like, ooh, she's demanding. Ooh, she's demanding. She's demanding. So the award season campaign continued, and she trashed the original Snow White and stood her ground. Oh, that was the other thing. She did trash the original Snow White. They are going through this, aren't they? Variety. Now they're saying that they have beefed up security. People were saying they were going to end. Actually, they weren't going to end her. It was Gal Gadot. So this is political. This is global political. This is global political, and Rachel Zegler on a Disney post. We're going to sum up. We're going to jump to the end. Sure, her red carpet Oscar West Side Story thing was frowned upon back when. So she had just got done filming Snow White, wanted to be at the Oscars despite not being nominated, but the West Side Story film she starred in was nominated. And of course, because she can sing, that's why she got the lead in Snow White. She wanted to be there. That annoyed the industry. The real thing was she posted the Free Palestine on a response to promoting the Snow White film. That was the thing that really crossed the line with Disney, in my opinion, because why? Now they've got a geopolitical thing. That, and in addition to, which they do mention in this Variety article, the Donald Trump people and all of this stuff. You just can't get so geopolitical in Disney. What you can do, you can support the wokening of it, because why? Disney's own board wants them to be what? More woke, more diverse, more girl boss centric. We don't need no man crap. You know, all the stuff that people like me just cannot stand at all. You know, that female needing to rescue themselves stuff. Cannot stand it. So, the fake feminism. As a woman, I want to be rescued and supported and put on a pedestal and treated like a queen and a princess, you know, to a king and a prince that I want to, just the normal stuff. What they really, really, really disliked. And now they're going to claim their social media guru. You hired one person, Disney. You hired one person to come in and say, oh yeah, you shouldn't tweet this, I'd tone this one down, delete that, blah, blah, blah. You didn't just go in and hire somebody to say, now, during the time frame, when, I'm going to go into a rant, during the time frame when we... Oh, that's way too loud. From the time period that you are promoting this film and working for Disney, your social media posts are to only be, yay, come and see this movie. Yay, I'm proud of this movie. Yay, I starred with this person and I love this person I starred with in this movie. Go see my movie. From the time you were cast in said movie to the time you were done wrapping promotional materials, and anytime you were employed by the Disney or any corporation where you're promoting a thing that you're working on for somebody else. That should be your whole entirety of your social media. If you need to say something about a country you have never been to on a map and can't find on a map, go do it on a burner. I am not kidding. Wow, that's a good rant. So this is why they were really, really mad about this, is because their social, quote unquote, social media person they hired was probably just some screw off anyway, that just said, oh, you shouldn't say this, you can't say this, you shouldn't say that. And nobody set out a specific contract for these people where you can only say the most positive spin and only promote the movie. Because why? You are now employed by this company and you have to support it and say that you love it, despite the fact that it might be the worst, wokest, worst remake, worst lit, worst shot. Oh, I still have my review coming at some point. It's a movie we've already seen. There, that's my review. It's a movie we've already seen, and they take away the prince stuff and make him Robin Hood. That's the review. Is it worth your money? Absolutely not. You know why? Because they're gonna make us pay for it anyway on the back end out of our taxes. So that's what I say. You know what? If I'm already paying for this when they write it off and my taxes are paying for it, then I've already paid to see the movie. Why am I singing? I don't know. I'm just worked up in a thing. I'm in a rant. So Gal Gadot did keep her geopolitical comments limited, offering support of the civilian, blah, 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 during the thing, which I don't even get into on my channel. I don't get into that on my channel because I'm not smart enough to understand the geopolitical stuff going on there. Which is probably why, for a movie for 4-year-old little girls, when the lead actresses are spouting off about this and this and this, we don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. What's Pillowstein? Why are we freeing it? So, I can understand that. Then again, Disney's had this problem time and time again with every actress, from Letitia Wright to Gina Carano, Brie Larson, every single actress that I've seen with some sort of a political statement. Why is Disney not saying never make any statements that are not specifically promoting these films on your social media? Go on a social media blackout. If you need that bad to be on social media, use a burner account, for crying out loud, like Iman Vellani, who played Ms. Marvel, does. And we know she does because she watches this channel and channels about her. Oh yes. Now, this is what happens when I have too much caffeine. Seriously. And Disney, do you need any more companies? No, you don't. So... Snow White. Why did Snow White bomb? It's the movie that we've already seen. The actresses can't keep their mouths shut about politics on either side. Disney doesn't want to offend one side or another. I think that might be a clear case of something or not. And if I edit that part out, whatever, because I don't want to offend one side or another either, do I? No, I don't. So, Rachel Zegler, keep your mouth shut. And look how brave and stunning and wonderful Gal Gadot is. I am Mecca, and I will see you on the next video. Live stream or wherever. Go. Bye. That's not the right thing.
Put a ticket in and make her name again!